The world of EVs is slowly evolving as more and more are produced. The regular EVs being produced are those with batteries. On the other hand, there are hybrid engines which are even more popular. These are the ones that use both electric and combustion engines. However, there's another field, which is fuel cells or hydrogen engines. These are cars that produce hydrogen to produce engines. Hydrogen-powered vehicles are not as popular, but they are there. Honda, focusing more on producing hybrid vehicles, has developed a hydrogen-powered car. The automaker has modified the 2025 Honda CR-V to use hydrogen. But how is this car, given that it was already good enough? Let's find out, shall we? Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we'll look at the 2025 Honda CR-V HEV as we learn what this car is all about. But before we continue, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more amazing updates on your favorite vehicles. And with that, let's learn more about the 2025 Honda CR-V HEV. We're certain that there will be a great deal of confusion about the hydrogen fuel cell powered Honda CR-V. So the best way to think about it is that Honda is beta testing its latest hydrogen fuel cell technology. The reason for saying it like this is because the Japanese automaker will only produce about 300 of these cars, and they will only be available for leasing. Furthermore, they will only be available in California, which is the only state in America with hydrogen fuel stations. However, all these are estimates, given that the automaker won't give us actual figures. Not only that, but it is safe to assume that the cost of leasing won't cover the cost of making them. And so Honda might see this as an R&D cost, as at least some of them, once they are returned, will be pulled apart and evaluated. Technically, we can say that this is a concept car that is being leased. A number of people have been given the opportunity to test these cars, and from what we've heard so far, this is quite an exciting vehicle. That leaves us asking, what exactly is it about the Honda CR-V HEV that makes it interesting? The 2025 Honda CR-V EF-CEV is a new version of the latest generation Honda CR-V that will be running on hydrogen gas. Even though the car works by burning hydrogen with oxygen, it is still considered an electric vehicle, given that is what the hydrogen stack creates. In fact, there's a small battery that acts as a buffer for power coming from the hydrogen stack and going to the electric motors. But for the Honda CR-V, it is a bit different. Honda has made it such that the CR-V EF-CEV comes with a larger battery that can be plugged in. This battery adds about 20 to 30 miles of range on its own without having to use hydrogen. When you get into details, you'll learn that the Honda CR-V HEV is designed predominantly to act as some sort of chimera, given that it combines a hydrogen vehicle and a battery electric vehicle. Therefore, given its hybrid mode, when it's on a full tank of hydrogen, it has a total range of 270 miles. Just like battery electric vehicles, BEVs, hydrogen-powered cars have been around for decades, though as R&D projects. Furthermore, there's not much infrastructure for fueling them. In reality, we'll have to rely on the growing commercial infrastructure for hydrogen vehicles to create that for passenger vehicles. One upside of hydrogen vehicles, which is one of the reasons why this works in the commercial sector, is that a hydrogen tank is much quicker to refill than charging a battery. Given that hydrogen engines are mainly used in commercial sectors, they are much better, especially when you consider the time it would take to charge a battery big enough to power trucks. With this move, Honda is likely placing all its bets, but passenger cars are cheaper to produce than trucks. And in this case, we're referring to examples such as hydrogen-powered trucks. Therefore, putting hydrogen cars on the road means it can get back data from about 300 cars per year. Even as they get all this valuable data, the automaker also raises awareness of hydrogen as a relatively safe fuel with huge environmental benefits. This data can then be used to develop the trucks that Honda is planning to build, as well as any future hydrogen cars. It goes without saying that Honda has made some aesthetic differences between the regular CR-V and the EF-CEV version. All the body panels ahead of the A-pillar are different, with a whole new set of headlights sitting above a large lower grille opening with separate air intakes on either side. Honda also claims that they've optimized various aero bits and tweaked the CR-V's rear liftgate to go along with white elements in the vertical taillights. When you move inside, the CR-V EF-CEV does not look that different when you compare it with the regular CR-V. there's a whole new push-button shifter on the center console. However, the greatest difference from its counterparts is that it comes with a little less space in the cargo area. This is because of the hydrogen tanks, which have been placed behind the seats. As a result of this, Honda had to get creative and therefore turned the trunk into a two-tier compartment. By lifting the floor and putting it on the rails, the upper cargo area is made flat. The seats can still fold flat, and there's enough room for a bike or even two. Just because the tanks are behind the seats doesn't mean the lower compartment cannot be used with the seats folded. When it comes to starting the car, it's no different from the regular CR-V. You know, foot on the brake, press the start button, select the drive, and go. In fact, when you're driving along, people wouldn't really tell the difference from the regular CR-V. There's minimal vibration from the power stack, and it also accelerates just like a normal car until you go past the point where the continuously variable transmission, the CVT, would typically change ratios. The noises that you may hear from the CR-V might lead you to think that it's a hybrid, but there's no CVT or transmission noise. According to Honda and some of the people who had the privilege to test out this new car, the 2025 CR-V EFC EV will have a peak output of about 174 horsepower and 229 pound-feet of torque. And even though performance estimates have not really been mentioned, the EPA estimated that the hydrogen-fueled SUV will have about 270 miles of driving range. Furthermore, it has been estimated that it will have MPGe ratings of about 61 in the city, 52 on the highway, and 57 combined. In addition, the EPA has also estimated that it can travel up to 29 miles on electricity alone. For the nerds, there's a power distribution graphic you can call up. There's also a sport mode, which increases the throttle response and pushes synthesized engine sounds through the speakers. However, the added sound might be unnecessary and may even become annoying after some time. Sport mode would be better if used on a twisting road, as Honda says that with the battery down low and the chassis, the performance dynamics are still there. All this makes the CR-V EFC EV surprisingly fun to hustle. One thing that Honda has managed to achieve is making the CR-V EFC EV feel like any other CR-V. Driving this new model is just like driving any other car, and there's no option for one-pedal driving. In fact, the only time you'll feel a slight difference is when it comes to acceleration. To be more specific, you'll feel the difference when you go heavy on the pedal and have linear power delivery. As a transition vehicle for even the least tech or car savvy out there, it's just like any other Honda CR-V out there. The 2025 Honda CR-V EFC EV is quite the car. However, unless you live near a hydrogen fuel filling station in Orange County, Los Angeles, or the Bay Area up north in California, you can't have the chance to test this car. All in all, this is a nice move by the automaker to campaign for alternative sources of energy, as well as other types of cars. What do you think of the 2025 Honda CR-V EFC EV? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. And before you go, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more amazing updates on your favorite cars. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.